Welcome to Chapter 8 of my SPAD 13 build. In this chapter, I'll be covering the wing preparation. That would include the application of the nitrate dope, 2 coats, mixed 50-50, and then the application of the fabric and the procedures involved to hopefully get a nice, complete job on that. So sit back, relax, and I'll help you enjoy it. Good morning and welcome to the shop. Today I'm just finishing up the 2 wings, getting them ready for the nitrate dope application. And as you can see, I've used a little bit of auto body fill to cover up the inevitable nicks, dents, associated building errors that may show up in the build as you go along. So just wanted to give you a bit of a picture, a bit more of a video rather than just the still photos. And I think what I'll do is hopefully try a few more of these and see how they come out. A little bit of the application of the nitrate dope. I got my mask on and I've been doing this for a bit and it's kind of stinky in this room. You'll hear the fan over in the door. I have the other door coming in cracked just a bit, so I get positive flow ventilation through here. So it's smelly, but it doesn't go through the rest of the house. So, let's put that. Here I'm using a 50-50 mix of nitrate, clear nitrate, and nitrate thinner. While it's only required to put the nitrate where the fabric will be adhered to, you don't necessarily need to do everything. I've found that if you don't do all wood structures that are going to be in contact with your fabric, you will likely end up with pinholes. And pinholes are not fun to deal with. So there you have it. I'm not going to bore you with a whole bunch more, but get the general idea. And whew, strong in here. Gotta go. Bye. So here we have the 4 wing halves plus the 2 ailerons. Completely coated down with nitrate dope, 2 coats with sanding between to get a nice smooth surface, and that's very important because every little blemish will show up underneath the fabric. Here you can see the string that I will be using to retrieve the servo wires for the top wing. I could have used a piece of music wire after the wing was covered to retrieve the servo leads, but I just like the string. So here is the bottom wing, covered, tacked down all the way around, just ready for the heat application to shrink the fabric. In this next picture, I have clamped the wing joiner in my bench vise and I've installed the wing onto it, and it made a very effective holder while I applied the first coat of nitrate dope. Unfortunately, I did have some seam slippage. Apparently I used a little bit too much nitrate and softened up the joints. This was easily repaired. One of my peeves about the coverall fabric was the fact that it is packaged in a 8 inches by 11 inches, so it's folded over and over and over again. On a package, it's 60 inches wide and it's 5 yards altogether, so you can imagine, and you can actually see in the photo. I elected to unfold it, wrap it up on a piece of ABS plumbing pipe, added a couple of pillow blocks, and voila! Now I have a nice, easy way to roll off my fabric. So here I have the second half of the bottom wing loosely covered, and I just thought I'd show you hopefully an idea of what the fabric looks like after it's been nitrate doped down or adhered to the wing. As you can see, it's there's some baggy areas. There's also some folded seams that you can see quite easily. There's one there, and also on the wingtip, if you look, it looks like another rib there, but that's actually a crease. So that gives you a general idea of what it looks like prior to the heat shrinking. Here is the bottom of that same wing that has been
partially shrunk. So I've done a preliminary shrink just to take any of the blemishes out, and just before I get ready to go around with my iron to get rid of the bubbles around the concrete edge. As you can see the tabs from the top fabric as they're overlapped on the bottom trailing edge of the wing. And of course the reason that is done is so that those won't throw through on the finished product. At least they will be there on the bottom of the wing, but you won't see them because you just see the top of the wing anyway. So that's what it looks like. And I'm going to set this up and just do a demonstration of shrinking the top part of the wing. So I'll start the process with the heat gun on setting number 1. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I'll do a preliminary shrinkage. Okay, so that just did a very light shrinkage on it, so it kind of gave me an idea of any areas that might cause me problems. But everything seems to be going along fairly well. So now I'm going to put it on the second setting, and we'll start to see some real shrinkage here. So there, we have a nice taut, just like a drum, and we're very, very happy with that. That's going very well. Looks like a little bit of a bubble here. As hard as you try to keep the dust out, vacuuming, using a tack rag, eventually you do have some issues. So that's the top of the wing. Here's the bottom of the wing. I'm going to give this just a quick blast. Make sure we have this pretty taut. Oh, there. Oh, nice. Came out really nice. So now, basically all I have to do is fire up the iron and do the edges all the way around, make sure I get those nice and smooth, and then we'll be ready for the second coat of nitrate dope. So, until we meet again, ciao.
Shortly after my final fabric shrinking, I noticed that there was a deformed rib, and this had to be rectified. This involved cutting a small slit in the bottom fabric and inserting a popsicle stick to move the rib around and adjust it properly. This issue goes back to my dissatisfaction initially with the kit, with some of the materials being way too soft for the proposed use. Well, that's a wrap for this time. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned, more to come.